Today, we're talking about the battling wall. The battling wall. The battling wall is so real. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World A Live Play with Dino DNA. So in this video, we're going to cover what is the battling wall, what are 3 keys to get past it, and some specific battling strategies to help you out. So make sure you stay till the end of this video because that's where we're going to talk about the real strategies, just a couple things that I figured out for myself that can maybe help you in battle as well. So first of all, what is the battling wall? The battling wall is when you reach a certain arena or a certain level of battling badges, battling points, and you can't seem to get past that to the next level. So for instance, right now, I'm stuck in arena number 4, going back and forth between 1800 and 1900 points. I'll get to 1900, go a little past, and then get knocked all the way down to 1800 and then back again. Now, I've heard that other people are having a similar experience with different levels, and I think I can speak a little bit to why. This is just going to be a natural part of the game, a natural reoccurring process, because as we level up and as we go to higher arenas, we're going to get greater and greater competition. So that level 13 Tyrannosaurus Rex that you think is so awesome and going to wipe everyone out is probably going to get taken out by a level 15 Iniosuchus. It's just the way it is. So the only way to get past this wall is 1, pay attention to your team. If you find that you're losing a lot, evaluate the dinosaurs that you have, look at their stats, who's stronger, who does more damage, who can take more hits, who has good armor, who's faster. Make sure you have a pretty good mix in your team and switch it up. When you level up your dinosaurs, always evaluate. I say every time you get to a new arena, evaluate. If you find that you're losing a lot, evaluate your team. That's really important. Make sure that you stay on top of your team, try different things, experiment, look at the stats, and try for yourself, see what works for you. Second is strategy. You gotta have strategy in this game. So even if you have really strong dinosaurs, if you're not being strategic, you're gonna lose battles. So being strategic can help a lot. There's so much that goes into being strategic in this game, and there's not really any one strategy that could win the game. For instance, if you think that coming in with Velociraptor is gonna win you every time, there are dinosaurs out there with great armor and shields that you could go ahead and use your pounce, even if it's a really strong pounce. If the opponent has strong armor, has great armor, or has used a nullifying attack or an attack that decreases your pounce, not so good, because the raptor can be taken out very quickly as well. So the raptor is great for coming in with the pounce and taking people out, but it's not like you can win every single time with that strategy. So it's just about taking it battle by battle and paying attention to, out of the 4 dinosaurs you have, who's actually going to be able to defeat your opponent's dinosaur. So we'll get into some more battling strategies at the end, but that's the second thing, is be strategic. So pay attention to your team, be strategic, and the third thing that you need to do in order to level up is level up your dinosaurs. There's no way around it. You gotta go out, you gotta get more DNA, you gotta level up your team, because at some point, all the strategy in the world and having all the greatest dinosaurs is not gonna help you if you're going against dinosaurs that are 3 to 5 times higher than you. Now, likely that won't happen because the arenas tend to have about the same levels in them, but as you get higher, you need to make sure you're leveling up your dinosaurs and collecting DNA, because they're not going to be able to hang with the level 15s and 17s when you're over here level 13 and 12. So the third important key to getting past the battling wall is go get that dino DNA, level up your team, and make sure you're staying on top of that. So those are the 3 things that you need to do to move past this battling wall. Now, when it comes to specific strategies, here are just a couple of tips for how to be more strategic. Okay, first thing that I usually do that helps me win battles is my first dinosaur. I like to make sure can take hits, but also dish out hits. because it doesn't do any good if your dinosaur takes hits but they're not doing damage to your opponents, because they're, at the end of the day, they're going to be left with more dinosaurs and your armor will only hold up for so long. So make sure, if you can, go in with a dinosaur that can take damage really well but also packs a mean punch and can maybe take out the other dinosaur in 1 or 2 hits. T-Rex Gen 1 is good for this. T-Rex Gen 2 is also good for this. Allosaurus is great for this as well. And then, of course, the armored dinosaurs. High-level Triceratops, great. High-level Stegosauruses are great. Eniasuchus, the hybrid Eniasuchus, is a beast. I hate going up against Eniasuchus. I have an Eniasuchus hybrid, but unfortunately, it's still at level 7 and just can't hang and can't cut it, so I don't have it in my crew. But I know it's good because every time I see an opponent with an Eniasuchus, I don't like it. Now, there is one dinosaur that I have found that works really well against Eniasuchus, and I'll share that in a bit. But first strategy, we're talking about armored dinosaurs. Eniasuchus is good to come in with. My favorite, I have a new favorite, and that is Kentrosaurus. I believe that's how you say it. The reason I like this dinosaur is because, one, it can take hits pretty good. It's got decent health. It can dish out some good attacks. And it's got a special move that basically renders your opponent useless. It doesn't matter who it is. I think the only time it doesn't work is if your opponent can make its dinosaur immune to attacks. But this dinosaur, right out the gate, even if it's slower than your opponent, will swoop in with this move that will make your opponent's move against you useless. So I've gone in with this anticipating other people to come in with T-Rex and Raptors, and I've absolutely won the match because I'll make the pounce of the Raptor useless, for instance. Then I'll go in with the move in the middle, which first of all does a good amount of damage, and then second of all, it makes my dinosaur go faster for the next move, which is great. And then I come in with the chomp chomp, and I usually win, or if I don't knock out their dinosaur, I at least do some good damage. So I like that dinosaur to start with. So yeah, that's just a strategy move. Come in with something that you know can take hits and can dish it out. Because if you come in with a Raptor, it could work for you if the opponent is weak. But if they're strong, if they have armor, you come in with the Raptor. Raptors get taken out fairly easily as well. So boom, your Raptor is done. I like to save the Raptor for the middle. After a dinosaur has been killed already, the opponent's a little weak, and you can for sure get that kill, come in with the Raptor. Now, if you have an insane level Raptor, and your Raptor's stronger than most of the dinosaurs in your arena, then go for it. You know, that strategy will work then, but it won't work when you're going up against dinosaurs that you can't kill with the pounce, because then your Raptor's probably going to get taken out. So that's just some pointers on who to start with. Really strong dinosaurs that can take and dish out damage. Some pointers on the Raptors. Raptors are great, but can't take damage super well, so aren't always the best to start with, but great to swoop in with, and you know that your pounce is going to take out that dinosaur. Other pointers on Raptors. Let's say that my dinosaur just got taken out by my opponent, but my opponent has a low level health. So I swoop in with my Raptor, and what does my opponent do? They make a switch. So what I would usually do is they make the swap, I pounce, and the swap is their move. So then you could swap your Raptor out again and bring in something that can take hits, something with some armor. So that's some strategic pointers on Raptors. Now, one of the last ones I'll leave you with today, Eniasuchus. Eniasuchus is the hybrid of Eniasaurus and Nundasuchus. Very strong, has a lot of very impactful moves. It can stun you, it can do high level damage, it can regenerate health. This thing is a beast. I hate coming up against strong Eniasuchuses. Eniasuchusi. But there is one dinosaur so far that I have found works really well against the Eniasuchus. But what you have to make sure you do is make sure that your dinosaur gets knocked out and come in fresh. There's one dinosaur that works really well against the Eniasuchus, and that dinosaur, believe it or not, is the Dilophosaurus. I love the Dilophosaurus, and my Dilophosaurus isn't even that strong, but it does really well, and this is why. First of all, Dilophosaurus is fast, and it's faster than the Eniasuchus specifically. I think it's faster than most armored dinosaurs, but maybe not all. But it's definitely faster than Eniasuchus. So I would never start with Dilophosaurus first of all, because it can't take hits very well. And if your opponent's starting with Raptor, you're just going to get taken out. So don't start with Dilophosaurus unless you have like some insanely high level Dilophosaurus for some reason that's higher than most of your opponent's dinosaurs. I can't speak to that then. But otherwise, don't start with Dilophosaurus. What you save Dilophosaurus for is if your opponent has an Iniasuchus and your Iniasuchus has just taken out one of your dinosaurs. What do? Come in with Dilophosaurus. Don't swap out because then Iniasuchus is going to get the first hit, and you don't want that. What you want is to come in after your dinosaur's been taken out. Come in with the Dilophosaurus. Use the middle move, the spitting move, because it's going to basically debilitate your opponent's dinosaur. And it's going to make the Iniasuchus's attacks weaker, much weaker. So that's good. You want that. So you start in with the middle move. Then you can either come in with the nullifying strike, which is basically going to do the same thing and it's going to do some good damage, or you can come in with the full attack. I've taken out several high level Iniasuchuses with this, and I have a level 9 Dilophosaurus. So I actually love Dilophosaurus for this. I was struggling with the Iniasuchuses. I hated coming against them because even my T-Rexes would get knocked out, and T-Rexes are slower than Iniasuchus, so that's what I was having trouble with. The Iniasuchus was coming in with the stunning moves and stunning my T-Rexes, and they were getting knocked out before I even had a chance to give my ferocious armor-piercing rampage moves. But then I was like, you know what, I'm going to give Dilophosaurus a try. Why not? And it's been working for me so far. And I'm really looking forward to leveling up my Dilophosaurus. So that's kind of random, but those are just some of the tips that I have for how to get past the battling wall and how to be strategic in battle. I'm not saying I have all the answers. I'm learning as I go. I have a lot to learn still, but these are things that have been working for me. And I finally am past the 19 wall. I might still go back, but this is my score right now, and I finally got to this point by doing the things that I just mentioned. So what about you? What are some of your tips? What are some things that you've noticed that work for you in battle? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a like, and for more content like this, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss anything related to Jurassic World Alive. So, best of luck to you all out there. I'll see you in the battlefield. And until next time, y'all, go get that dino DNA.